Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the KD Adventures, and we are back with another Planet Coaster Rollercoaster Recreation 1 Hour Challenge. Now if you're not familiar with this little challenge that we've got here on the channel, it is very simple. All you have to do is pick one coaster in the whole world and recreate it on Planet Coaster, but the catch is you've only got 1 hour to do it in. And if you ever play Planet Coaster, whether it's on the PC or if you got it on the console, you'll know it's very hard to create something that's half decent in 1 hour. You have to spend a lot of time putting lots of detail into the scenery and the coasters itself. So this is a very hard challenge. This is the third one now. We've already done 2 coasters at Alton Towers. We've done RITA and we've also done NEMESIS as well. NEMESIS, it was okay. We did an alright job on there. If you want to go check those videos out, I'll leave links down in the description below. But RITA, I thought I did a great job on that one. I put an actual POV of RITA next to my recreation, and it was like perfectly in time. So yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. But in today's Planet Coaster 1 Hour Recreation 1 Hour Challenge, we're going to be heading out of Alton Towers. In fact, we're going to be heading onto the other side of the world, over to Universal Studios Orlando. In fact, it's Islands of Adventure at Universal Studios Orlando, and we're going to be trying to recreate the Incredible Hulk coaster. Now, I have got a little bit of a confession to make. I have actually already done this challenge with this coaster. I attempted it last week, but I experienced a technical issue. And by technical issue, I mean I forgot to press screen record on the game. So yeah, it was a little bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. But we're going to have another go again today. I did an okay job on it last time when I didn't press record. But I feel like I could do better. So we're going to try it again today. And recreate the Incredible Hulk coaster. If you're not familiar with the Hulk coaster, it's a very intense coaster. It's a B&M launched coaster, but it doesn't launch like straight, it launches upwards and it shoots you out of the tunnel straight into a corkscrew. So yeah, it's a great coaster, one of my favourites in the world. I can't wait to get back on there next year in 2021, fingers crossed. But yeah, let's go for it again. I'm gonna make sure I press screen record this time because I'm not doing this again. If I fail this time, it's done. I'm never doing it again. So let's hope let's hope it all goes to plan. But first, if you do enjoy watching this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel and you're feeling extra cheeky, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park related videos here at the KD Adventures which you don't want to miss. Right then, so here we go. I've got Planet Coaster all loaded up, ready to do the challenge. I'm ready for this one. I am ready. We've got the space here. It should fit in here. We've got RITA over here. There it is. I was really proud of this one. So yeah, let's do it. Let's just get straight on into it. We've got my timer here, so we're going to do 1 hour on the clock. I won't be cheating. Don't worry. I don't cheat on these challenges. So yeah, let's get straight on into it. Let's press play in 3, 2, 1. Now off we go. So let's do this. Go straight down to coasters and go on to custom, and it is this one here. It's the launch drive tire, because this allows you to shoot on that way, shoot up that way. The thing is with the Alton Towers coasters, because I live in the UK, I go to Alton Towers. If you're a regular here at the KD Adventures, you'll know that me and Jesse, we both go to Alton Towers a fair amount. So we go on these coasters quite a lot with RITA and NEMESIS, so we kind of know the layout pretty well. But with the Hulk coaster, even though I have been on that one a number of times, I haven't been on it since 2018, so it's a bit more difficult. Okay, so let's do this. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to get a POV up on my phone so I can get it as accurate as possible, because that's what I'm going for, accuracy. So we're going to do Hulk POV. So we're going for this POV here from Theme Park POV, the channel. Just got an advert. It's not like we're on a time limit or anything. Right, here we go. I don't need off-ride footage, I just need the POV. Right, so I don't know if you can see on my phone, but as you come out of a station, you bank a little bit to the left. So I need to add that in first. That's the first thing. I'm gonna go with that, I think. So yeah, then we go straight into that tunnel section where you shoot out. But you go gradually up that tunnel to start with. You don't fire up straight away. You go like halfway up and then you shoot out into that corkscrew. Oh, let me have a look on Wikipedia as well, because that gives you the different stats, so I know how tall it is and stuff like that. So the Incredible Hulk coaster. Here we go. Okay, so it is 34 meters in height. So that is how tall we have to go here. So as you can see here, we're currently at 19. Well, it's a little bit taller than 19. And we're going to get that to 34, or as close to 34 as possible, which would be about that. And we're going to go straight into that corkscrew. So I'm going to get my POV back up again. They do have a corkscrew in the game, like here, but as you can see, it looks a bit weird, and I don't know if I want this bit because it goes like it flattens out and then it does the corkscrew. But here I want to go straight into that corkscrew because that's what it does on the actual ride. So I'm gonna have to build it manually, I think. I'm trying to build this from the rider's point of view, just because that's what I can see on my POV that I've got here on my phone, so I can get it as accurate as possible. Go around there. I think that's about right. I'm not sure if it's a little bit too much. I'm not sure if it's a bit too like long, if you get what I mean. No, I'm going back. I'm going back. I can do it better. I can do it better. That doesn't look too bad, I don't think. I think we need to have an on ride. An on ride. Let's see. So you start off by going slowly up there. Maybe that corkscrew needs to be lifted up a little bit higher, possibly. Might be a bit too low down. Ugh. No. Not happy with that. Right, we need to, first of all, we need to do that launch. That looks a bit smoother, I think. That's looking a little bit better. Right, let's have another ride. Let's have another ride. Let's see how this one looks. 20 minutes in now. Not too bad. We've still got another 40 minutes to go, so... yeah. It's okay. Could be better, but I don't really have the time. I don't really have the time. And it's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's an atrocious attempt at it. So we're just gonna go. We're gonna go from there. Right. So I'm gonna get the POV back up, and we're gonna see where we go from here. So we go straight into that cobra roll. Go down a bit, and then we pretty much go straight into it. So we do have one on here. Where is it? Here we go. So it is, as you can see, it is pretty small compared to the drop. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on here, I'm going to scale it up a little bit to make it a bit more to scale. So I think that might be about right. Maybe a little bit bigger. Let's see if it makes it round as well. That's another thing. Yeah, perfect. Here we go. That loop seems about the right size. So yeah, that's looking pretty good, I think. Not too bad so far. So when we, as you exit the loop, you go through like a little smoky tunnel. But does it go under the launch? That's the question. Right, so we've got a little bit of a problem here. We're gonna have to delete all that, because when you come down this drop, you go a bit to the right. because when you come out of that loop it goes underneath the launch, so it needs to go a little bit to the right. There we go, that seems a bit better. And then we go underneath that launch, but you go through that smoky tunnel, and then you do kind of like bank round the back of the tunnel, I believe. I think one of the areas where I've messed up here is the angle of the launch. I think it's a little bit too steep, so it made it a little bit more difficult for myself. But it has made it round so far, which is a good thing. That can only be a good thing. So this bit here, it kind of like helixes round around that launch, and it goes under, comes down and back under that launch, kind of like this, I believe. I'm not certain, but I think that's what happens. Right, so I've just been messing around with it a little bit there to try and get as accurate as possible. I think this is what it does. I'm not certain on that one, but I think that's what it does. And then we go straight into this corkscrew, which goes to, does it go to the right or the left? Let's have a look. Okay, so it goes to the left. So I'm just going to widen this bit a little bit, just so that this corkscrew, it doesn't clash with the station. Go. And then we're going to add in that corkscrew to the left. Let's shrink that down a bit. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. Okay, so what happens next? That is the question. So now we go into another loop. Let me just find it again. So you go around that corkscrew, come straight back down. You go, I think you go underground a little bit as well, so I'm going to have to fix that on here. But there we go. And then we go into another loop, which goes to the right this time. I don't think this loop's as big. Definitely not as big as the other one. I'm just going to bring this terrain down a little bit as well. I don't know if you've had a chance to play the console version yet. It's very good. It's really, really good. But the only issue I do have with it is it can be a little slower with the controls, especially with rotating items. But say if I was to put in a wall on here, so I'll just pick any wall here. Let's go down here. On the console version, you'd have to rotate each piece of scenery manually, but on the PC version it is so much more easier to place stuff on walls, because it just automatically recognizes that there's a wall there, so it's much more easier to do that. So say if you wanted it like that way, or on here you could do it that way. It's just so much more easier. Let me find a little bit of a smaller item for you. Yeah, for example, we'll do this bit of snow here. So if you were to place it on the floor, you could just easily place it on the floor. It's really easy to place. But if you were to put it on the wall, it automatically recognises that the wall's there. So you could do it like that and that and that. But on the console version, you have to rotate it manually, and it does take a long time, especially if you're doing very detailed stuff. But yeah, that's my only issue with that game on the console edition. But it's still really good, and I definitely recommend it, especially if you have a PS5, because the graphics on it are insane. Right, let's get back to it, because I don't know how much time we've got left now. 38 minutes into it, so we've got just over 20 minutes left. I might have to build this like a round RITA as best as I can. But the good thing is, it's made its way around, which is always good. And I believe it goes back under itself, I think. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if it goes back under itself, but I'm just giving it a guess. Yeah, and it kind of like does a kind of helix through the loop. And as it goes through that loop, it goes into like a little brake run. Like that. And then it drops down again, straight into a corkscrew. Right, so we're 15 minutes away. We're nearly at the end though, so I'm hoping we can do this. I'm hoping we can do this one. So it banks round again. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. 1 hour challenge complete. Wasn't too bad at all. I had a little bit of a rocky start there and a little bit of a rocky end as well, with all those little twists and turns and corkscrews and loops and stuff, but I don't think this is bad at all. I think I've done an okay job here. If I was to rate myself, I'd give it at least a 6 or a 7 out of 10. It's not as good as RITA, like it's not as accurate as RITA, but I don't think it's as bad as NEMESIS, so I'm going in the middle there. I'm going with a 6 or 7 out of 10. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you rate me on this one. Yeah, there we have it. There is the Incredible Hulk on the Planet Coaster 1 Hour Recreation 1 Hour Challenge. What I'm going to be doing next is possibly the Smiler at Alton Towers, because I know that one is going to be incredibly hard. It's going to be incredibly hard to do the Smiler, but I really want to challenge myself and go for it. Let me know down in the comments as well what other coasters you want me to try on this, and as I said earlier, try doing this challenge yourself and let me know over on Instagram and how you've done at the KD Adventures, because I'd love to see you do these challenges. But yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be bringing plenty more of these videos in future, so stay tuned for those, and hopefully in the new year we'll be bringing those vlogs back as soon as possible when things start to open up again here in the UK and beyond as well. We're planning on going back to Florida in March, but I'm not too sure if that's going to happen yet, but I've got my fingers crossed, my toes crossed that we will be going there, and we can get back on the real Hulk. We can get back on the real Hulk at Universal Studios. But yeah, no matter what, we're going to be bringing plenty more theme park content here at the KD Adventures, so yeah, stay tuned for all that. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and before I leave you, let's take a quick ride on my version of the Incredible Hulk.